Kirsty's just dropped me off here at the Spivey Gap trailhead parking area for the Appalachian Trail. I'm going to do 3 days, 47 miles. This is the kind of the last shakedown before starting the Sheltowee Trace in Kentucky and Tennessee here in a few weeks. And get to hike this beautiful section of trail. It's very mountainous, so we'll get some good multi-thousand foot climbs in and test the legs. So here we go. It's about an hour into the hike and made about 2.3 miles or something like that. Had a nice big climb and then a gradual descent, but went through rhododendron forest and some nice stands of timber and then some like ferny mossy places. It was great. This was a big fella that came down. Whee! Glad I wasn't here when that happened. Okay, we've arrived at the no business shelter. It's right on trail. Got a picnic table here. Nice place to sleep. So, we'll catch a break here. All right, made about 5 miles so far, and looks like it's about 6.5 to the Nolichucky River. There's a big bridge and an overlook. It ought to be very pretty. And about 7, almost 8 to the next water source. So, I think we're doing fine. We're doing great and feeling good. There are climbs, but there are also flat spots and contours. So far, so good. These rhododendron forests are just beautiful. It makes the walking easy when you've got this stuff to look at. Wow. After a long climb, we're rewarded with reaching the top, having some nice smooth trail. This white oak is a monster. So there is a river view coming up in 3/4 of a mile, and I'm gonna take advantage of that as an excellent spot to have some lunch before crossing the big bridge and then climbing up the other side for the evening. So we've been on a downhill for some time, but that's to be expected heading toward a river valley. And it's just been beautiful up here. The rhododendrons, the white oaks, the pines, the tulip poplars. And you just gotta, you're a little nervous because the acorns are all over the trail and they are falling. So I had one come out of the top of a white oak and hit the trail next to me, and it was impressive. So I really don't want to catch one of those on the head. Makes you think about wearing a hard hat. All right, it's coming up on 2 o'clock, and we had our lunch up on top of the mountain here with views of the river. Beautiful. Now ready to go down another mile down to the bridge over the river, and then once you do that, we start the climb. It's about 5.5 miles or so till the target campsite I was going to stay at tonight. We'll see how we feel when we get there, if we want to go further, but sounds like a good deal, and don't see many good camping spots past that much. So that'll probably be where we stop. All right, down to the river. So we've dropped into this little town, and there's Uncle Johnny's, very famous hostel on the AT. I think we'll go over here and cross this bridge. There's the river. Gorgeous. Up and out of the river valley. Look at all these acorns. They're everywhere. Okay, so I guess this is the cutoff and side path to go down to the rafting outfit. Did want to point out for my wife Christy, looks like the deadheads made it here too. I'm going to keep walking because it's only 0.3 miles to the next water source. And I'm feeling kind of thirsty. And we'll see how far it is to the camp and what we need to carry there. Lovely little creek to get a drink from. All right. Just under 3 miles to the proposed campground. So I just double checked the comments on my Far Out app, which I always do as I get closer to the shelter. And there are reports that said the spring that was supposed to be at the shelter is little to no flow, might be dry. And the last creek marked before there is actually a ghost posting. There actually isn't the stream there. So I've got one coming up in point 2. That's the least overgrown access, last access to this river we've been walking by. And I guess it's not a river, it's a stream. And I'm gonna get my water there and just haul it the 1.5 miles up the hill, because I want to be sure I have water for tonight. Okay, this is supposed to be the accessible water source. Looks like you can walk down right over there. Nice. So we switched back up out of the valley, and now we're on more of a long climb. It's a climb all the way to the campsite, another mile, and then tomorrow morning a lot more climbing to finish the mountain. And because it wasn't challenging enough, I threw in a couple of uphill blowdowns. Just came over that one. See, there's another one up ahead. And you can see by the little inserted picture, we're on the steepest part of the climb, the last 0.7 miles. So the Curly Maple Gap shelter that I had targeted was had a group of kids doing a camping outing. It looked like they were having a blast. But the adults that were with them said to walk up the trail a bit and I'd find this foundation, and if I turned right, there's some flat spots back here, so I might get a little privacy. So it looks like there's an old fire pit, so at least there's a place to sit. And right in here I found a spot with no rocks or roots. But even better, here's a spot that is covered in duff. Let's do this. So today was a tough day of climbing. Did 3,600 feet elevation up and 3,600 feet down. Tomorrow ought to be a little easier day in that we have to get to the top of the mountain first, but then after that things are undulating for a while, so it won't be such long spells of the same activity. And hoping to make some more mileage tomorrow so that I can make it a little shorter on Wednesday, getting up Roan Mountain up to Carver Gap and get picked up. It's a beautiful day, beautiful scenery, all kinds of amazing trees and rock formations, and the overview from the mountain down to the river was amazing too. So looking forward to day 2 right now. I'm gonna get some dinner. Thanks for sauntering with me, and remember, we're doing the impossible. That makes us mighty.